It's nice to be up here. It's nice to be in North London, or nice to be in the part of North London that's not on fire. Which is, Jesus. Anyone from Camden? Anyone? Jeez, what the fuck happened there? I was reading it took like 100 firefighters to put the whole thing in. Presumably because 50 of them turned up, inhaled, and were like, fucking hell, man. Go get a pizza. I wish I could. I'm kind of lucky because there's a lot of hairspray up there. That thing could have gone up. Just had to have Amy Winehouse get caught in that. It's taken her life. I wish you could have been there to see all the kids in their sort of really skinny trousers trying to run. Oh dear. I think that mathematical thing, I think it's for the monkeys and stuff. I think it's kind of probably like a sliding scale thing, like if you're the Shakespeare's the monkeys. I think if you want an episode of Hollyoaks, like 3 Alsatians and a biro will probably get you right. I love the opening credits to that show, you know what I mean, with all the beautiful people sort of turning around to look at the camera as it's panning towards them. Because if you squint at it and go like that, it's almost like you're in a car and they're turning around just too late to get out of the way. But I love shit. There's some weird stuff you see on TV. Have you seen all these DVD piracy adverts and stuff that's coming out? You know, when you get to the start with that rocking soundtrack, like you wouldn't steal a car, yeah? You know, if you download movies, that's the same thing, yeah? And I watched this and I was like, hey, that's right, I don't want to download films anymore. I do want to steal a car. That's really cool. All of this piracy funds. I love the idea of the advertising industry and the movie industry and the music industry getting together and being like, you know what, piracy funds terrorism. That's what you're doing when you're buying pirate. Excuse me, when you're doing it, that's you're funding terrorism. I just want to just go in an Odeon one day and there's a bunch of guys with Kalashnikovs and video cameras. Do this for Saddam.
Okay, the best part of the movie is that she gets a robot foot, and I'm not kidding about it. She gets like a mechanical foot and has lights on it, and you have to plug it into the wall to charge it. That's what happens. And this is seriously the end of the movie. She's running from the serial killer, and she's running, and suddenly it's like, oh, that's coincidental. It's a day that I have to run from a serial killer, but I forgot to charge my fucking foot. Good. That's the movie. I saw it because I really do like horror movies and stuff, because I just like focusing on like how I might die. But I saw another one, and this is amazing. I saw a movie called The Return with Sarah Michelle Gellar in it, and that should have been a bad sign, obviously. But it was supposed to be scary, but I knew it wasn't going to be scary because she solves the mystery, like, of all the scary shit that's going to be happening because of like a crystal seahorse. And this big, like, Texan guy has it in his house. He's like, yeah, I just work down at the cattle auction. And then she sees the thing, and she's like, why do you have this crystal seahorse? For it was in my dreams. When she really should have been saying, like, why do you have this crystal seahorse? That is the gayest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Why did he have the crystal seahorse? I like to think it's because he was like, yeah, I just work down at the cattle auction to get my kids back. And to complete my glass menagerie. Thank you guys for understanding that.
You know the game that couples play, that I love you more, I love you a million times more. You played that? It's lovely. It's sickening to be around, but nice to play, right? And you know, it's fine, because like, you're never going to win. No one's ever going to win that game, because you can't pull out a word that's bigger than love, and therefore you floor your opponent. It's going to be another nice, like, flirting game. Now, we weren't in love, so we used to play the game, I like you. Which is different, and a lot easier to win, if you want to take a risk. Which she was, and we were playing, and she said, oh, I really like you. And I said, I like you more. I started it, I deserve everything I get, quite frankly. But I said, I like you more. She went, I like you a million times more. I said, I like you a billion times more. She said, I like you infinity times more. I said, I like you infinity squared times more. Come back from that, yeah, hardball. Yeah, you picked up on that. Ooh. That's good. Good move. I was loving it, doing laps around the room, firing imaginary guns. 10th victory of I like you in a row. Yes, bitch, suck on that. Yeah. And then she just went, I love you. Fool. You win. Well played. Best out of 5, you know. I didn't actually say that. What I did say, for serious, was thanks. Not what, yeah, oh, you bastard. Oh, that was the right thing to do, okay? I said that because that was honest. Most people wouldn't have done that. Most people would have just said it back anyway, because it's easy, yeah? It gets, even if you're not sure, say it anyway, because it gets rid of all the awkwardness, and it gets rid of the tension, and the problem's solved. The problem's not solved. Because now you've got to keep on saying it. Every day, probably more than once a day, all the time, I love you too, I love you, always I love you too. Never I love you, because you're never the one that starts it, because you're not the one that's sure about it, right? And you're constantly doing it until eventually, after a few years, you get married. Because that's what people who are in love do, they get married. And they get married to someone you're not even sure that you're in love with, right? And you're doing it, thinking maybe this is going to work out, maybe this is going to solve everything, but it's not. Now you're married to someone you're not even sure you're in love with. If you want to get out of it, it's going to cost you, right? So, eventually, you're married a few years, saying that you love them, still not sure, then you have kids. That's what people who are married and in love do. They have kids. Having kids with someone you're not really sure that you're in love with, right? And you're watching these kids, and the kids are growing up around this weird, distorted perception of love, and they don't even know what love is, and then they grow up, and they make the same mistakes that you've made. You see them meeting people, saying they love people they're not really in love with, and then marrying them, and then having children, your grandchildren, and people that they're not even sure you're in love with, and you don't even know if you love their mum, right? And it's constantly happening until you're an old man. There's more, right? Then you're an old man, right, rocking backwards and forth in your rocking chair next to a woman that you never loved, right? And you're never going to get all the things that you could have had in life, running through buttercup fields and embracing long phone conversations going, no, you hung up. Not going to happen, right? Because now you're trapped in this relationship, you're an old man, you're on your deathbed, surrounded by a family you never wanted, with a woman that you never loved. And as it all starts to fade, black, and go dark, you think, oh, I should have just said thanks.